there's a gap. There's a gap between environmental stimulus and our response to that stimulus, or rather, at times, our reactive nature to that stimulus. That gap between stimulus and response or reaction is a space where we have an opportunity to choose. And the choice is between the following. The choice is between to respond, or the choice is between to react. I've spoken about this many times before. Responsiveness comes from a state and a place of careful evaluation, of a balanced emotional state. It comes from a place of empathy, of a willingness to understand. When we come from a reactive space, effectively what we're doing is we're not giving any thought, or we're not paying any attention to that stimulus, to that environmental stimulus. And we come from often a heightened emotional space or place. We don't give any careful thought to who we are or to that situation, to the entirety of the situation. We don't take a bird's eye vantage point or perspective, rather a very narrow perspective. So that gap between stimulus and response or reaction is crucial. And in that space, that's where we grow. That's where, if we allow ourselves to step back, evaluate, calm, get into our breath, look at the situation or observe those set of circumstances with open eyes from a broader vantage point, that is where we can grow. That is where we step into our power and we become true sovereign leaders. We don't need to come from a reactive place. Why don't we need to come from a reactive place? Because we're more evolved than that. We understand that there are many facets and elements to life, and sometimes situations and circumstances in our lives are not always going to be pleasant. Yet, if we add to that animosity, if we add to that negativity, if we add to that challenge with our own rushed response or reaction, we simply worsen those circumstances. So that gap is where we can grow. And if we take our time in that gap, just sitting in that gap, immersing ourselves in that gap, we become responsive rather than reactive. The gap between stimulus and response is so important. Make a choice, make a powerful choice. Guys, thanks for listening. For more videos, www.S.Sifandos.com and my YouTube channel as well, S.Sifandos. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.